For goodness sakes, we're out of milk. Would you please give me some money?
I don't have it.
Of course you don't. It's all in those bottles. Sorry, Ray, I'm gonna have to owe you for this week.
Well, I'm sorry too, because I'm not gonna leave you the milk.
My children need milk. Please don't make them suffer because I'm delinquent in my payments. Please.
If you don't pay me next week, that's it. I'm cutting you off my route.
I could only afford milk on credit, but my husband accused me of wasting money, believing I did nothing at home all day while he worked hard to earn a living. Yet in truth, most of his money went to buying alcohol. I couldn't help arguing back, but the next moment I was knocked to the floor. I have 10 children, and life for our family is incredibly tough, but I always find ways to make a change. By entering various contests, winning prize money and furniture awards, that's how our poverty is slightly eased. Yet when others praise me, my husband grows displeased, feeling it undermines his dignity. After moving the prize furniture into our home, he complained the refrigerator used too much electricity and that we could never fill it up.
Even Howard Hughes couldn't fill that thing.
And when night falls, he starts drinking again. Once drunk, his temper turns violent. In a fit of rage, he takes it out on the refrigerator, ignoring my pleas, hurling objects at it again and again. I quickly send the children away. Finally, the police arrive, and he calms down at last. He makes me coffee on his own, but I know it's only temporary. In fact, my husband wasn't like this when he was young. Back then, I was a skilled writer, and I met him. A man passionate about music, we were a perfect match. But then he suddenly had an accident, and after that, he could no longer sing. Ended up in an ordinary factory job and soon turned to heavy drinking, bringing home less and less of his wages. I once invited a priest to our home hoping he could offer guidance, but he only saw things from my husband's perspective.
I'm sure he's carrying around the weight of the world.
He believed I should try harder, and at that point, I showed him out.
His breath smells like Dad's.
The day after the incident, my husband still joked with the children about the refrigerator, but the older ones looked serious.
How about you don't spend so much at the liquor store?
As he was about to leave, I asked him for money for milk, but what he gave was far from enough.
So how's Dad gonna fill the freezer when he can't even pay for the milk?
I begged the milkman to let me buy on credit, but he refused, even though I always paid back on time. Just then, my mail arrived. Inside was $2 I had won from a contest, and we made it through the crisis. Using the writing skills from my younger days, I kept entering competitions. Then one day, I won a shopping spree. 10 minutes to take as much as I could. The children and I excitedly told my husband, but he remained cold and indifferent.
I had filet mignon once. It ain't that great. Get off your high horse.
Right before the spree began, he still brought lubricant to make sure the shopping cart wheels rolled smoothly. Seeing my 10 children, the store owner even made an exception and allowed 2 employees to help me. When the spree started, I rushed to grab daily necessities, alcohol for my husband and candies for the kids. But as we happily enjoyed our meal, after my husband drank, he grew upset again, as if jealous that my talent had won us so much. Yet, when I brought out his favorite alcohol, his anger vanished in an instant, though his pride kept him from joining us at the table. I had to invite him to eat with us, then quietly cleaned up after everyone.